I mean, I'm going there to sleep. No cell phone, no Facebook, no social media.
We're gonna put
Going
something in the commissary.
Yeah, I'm going there to lay right.
All them damn Oreos.
Oh, I'm not buying nothing on commissary. Damn, yo.
I gotta get back to work.
Yeah,
All right,
thank you for coming.
sorry that this is
It's a game.
And the stuff that they have in their system is always not updated, so they're going on hold.
So, Blaze, we're going to go over to the Sandy Miles Courthouse, right across the street over that way, and we're going to go start the requests for the transcripts and testimony that were said at trial that were very, very revealing about certain people that took the stand. And so we definitely want the transcript so we can have official court documents certified, and in the court of public opinion lift up these words that were said that many people in our community, both not only Los Angeles but more specific the black community in South Central Los Angeles, it would be of great interest to them. So, you know, we definitely want to start that process. Our good brother Adam right here is willing to go with us and start the paperwork. We're gonna get that going. So we're gonna do that today. I turn myself in the morning, and by the time I get home, the airways better be hot. You know,
But what do you think actually, in the long run, you might learn in the county jail? What is there to observe and that might actually benefit you ultimately?
You know, that's why I don't know if I raised my hand, but when the judge allowed me to address the court, I definitely wanted the jail time over probation with a noose hanging over my head for 3 to 5 or whatever, how elongated time it would be. But the purpose of that is to go to jail so I can connect with our brothers on the inside. To spread some positivity in there, do some network building in there, and to also just connect with them on the strength and build up our street cred and all. I mean, it's a lot of different factors, and some of which I can't say on video, and I can, but I choose not to. But trust and believe, this is a wonderful break from the community after 11 years nonstop Skid Row. So I can break from social media, break from cell phone, break my phones. I don't have no. I couldn't afford to go to Hawaii or Tahiti or some exotic island.
I'm going to county jail
on vacation. It took 120 days. We told the judge we want to go to jail. We don't want probation, and we're in a position of power. And the judge had to, make sure I'm, of sound mind, body, and spirit that this is really what I want this through. And as my counsel, my private attorney, if this is what absolutely, because we're not doing that. And so when we did that, we took the strength away from the prosecution and the court to sentence me, like to punish me with jail. No, I'm rewarding myself with jail for the numerous reasons that I just mentioned earlier, and then some. So it's a win-win. But anyway, I got less than 24 hours, so I got things to do.
So in your 24 hours, that was nice of the judge. She seemed like she was really thoughtful. She really did, yes. Judge Estrada. But in your 24 hours, you primarily want to pay your rent so that whenever you do get out, you ain't homeless.
Yeah, right.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. And in closing, let me take a little shot of this. You put what we that's right. Hit it, just speak up.
Yo, this is General Jeff. 2 hours in, I'm still free. I went in, I checked in, and they said it's gonna be a while, just have a seat. So I've been sitting, like waiting. It's full. I've seen 3 different batches of groups coming out of there, getting released. And we still waiting, but right now it's like the bathroom upstairs is is out of order. So they say, yeah, go all the way outside, go to the next building over and use the men's restroom over there. So I'm out here on the sidewalk. I'm already checked in, so I'm turned in and on the clock. But as you can see, I'm free and still waiting.
And so share a little bit of what you discovered about other people that had 120 days terms of release.
Yeah, this one. No,
At least word of mouth, anyway.
Yeah, this one brother, he said the last time he was here, which was recently, he had 120 days and he did 3 days. He turned himself in today. He's got 9 days to do. So that's even less than the 100. So that's about 20 of us. And we're all waiting to turn ourselves in. Well, we turned ourselves in. We wait for them to call us. So, yeah.
All right, Jeff, I'm out.
Cool. Peace.
All right. I'll be in touch.
Woo! Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last. Woo! Okay, let's see. It's Saturday, November 4th. So I turned myself in yesterday at 12 noon. Let's see. Let me see, wait, 24. Wait, let me do my math. 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30 hours. I was incarcerated for 30 hours. See what's going on the phone. Folks want to know, because I'm pretty sure folks, a lot of folks were disheartened, and it's like 120 days is short time, but, I felt it in my best interest to, instead of doing 30 days and have a 3-year probation noose over my head, if you will, then if any new beefs, any new contact, whatever, I could be violated with my probation, and I'd be right back in here and, facing years and years, and it's just on and on and on again, reset probation again. We're not doing that. Your Honor, calculate my time in lieu of probation and max out my time.
And what did the Honor
And they
say?
came back with, are you sure? Because, she's got this puzzled look. Prosecution's got a puzzled look. I look at my my attorney, my private counsel, he's got a puzzled look. And I could just feel the whole energy in the room, the court reporter, like everybody. I didn't want to look at the bailiff and the people in the audience, but everybody's looking like, you want to go to jail? 30 days, nothing, man, take your probation and get out of there. Let's go. No, Your Honor, I want. And then the prosecution, oh, well, in that case, we withdraw our offer and we want to push for the maximum, which was 180 days. Is still short time, but, and the judge took that, whatever, take everything into consideration, all the letters of support. Thank y'all for the letters of support. Woo, came out great. And
oh yeah, the judge mentioned that.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And then they wound up sentencing me to 120 days, flat, no tail. Meaning no probation, when I get out, I'm done. And so then it was a surrender date. And so, which I could have delayed, no, let's get this over with. We got things to do. And so we turned ourselves, vetting the next day. Actually, I wanted to turn myself in at the end of that day. I just need to pay my rent and some other things. And hey, how's it going, guys? Ooh. So, and even they were stunned, so everybody's wondering, how long is it going to be? And, a lot of people, especially my friends, I had new friends, new allies, and they're concerned because, they don't do jail, if that's how we say it in the hood. I do jail. I've been to jail before. I'm not a saint. I never said I was. A lot of my stuff on my record is, falsified stuff, just like on this, which, if they make up stuff and they, brother from the hood, you're going to end up in handcuffs. And in handcuffs, they manufacture stuff all the time. It's a business. So with that, I've got stuff, I would just take a plea deal just to get out of jail. Not a plea deal as in I confess to whatever they talking about. Damn, if I plead no contest, I can get out of here right now. Yes, Your Honor, yes. Plea deal, I take the deal, done. I'll get out, yes. But then all of a sudden now it's like, oh, he's got all this long laundry list of a record. Like I'm this career criminal. Man, I end up in handcuffs, I do so. But now we're a little bit older, we're a little bit wiser. Notice I threw in a little bit. We still young, you know. Ooh, I didn't even have to shave again. I didn't have to do nothing in there. I am hungry. I do want to take a shower every time. The first thing out of jail, got to wash off that jailhouse stench. So let me explain the whole process. So go in there. There's about 20 of us that turn ourselves in. You know, that was my first time ever turning myself in, so that was unusual in and of itself. I want to go to jail, so of course I'll turn myself in because it's under my terms. So that in and of itself changes the parameters. I have a mindset that I'm going to do 120 days. So, you know, November, December, January, February, March. I'll see y'all in March, 120 days. But then knowing that this is the county, you know, we're looking at, they do a double time, you know, what they call good time, work time. So you get double time, like good behavior. So for every 1 day, you get credit for 2. So based on that mathematical equation, I already know the physical time that I would actually be in jail would be no longer than 60 days, right? So now we're talking about, now we knocked down 60 days off to already, so now we're knocking our time down. And so from November 3rd, so December 3rd, January 3rd. So, whoo, just missing Christmas and New Year's, okay. So then from there, then we look at, you know, so this is how they factor the, what we call the early kick-out percentages. And so then from there's a misdemeanor, non-violent, you know, the fact that I turned myself in on a Friday, tonight is Saturday, woo, and USC got this big game, woo, USC. Anyway, the fact that it being a Friday, and then on Friday, you know, so think about people aren't going to jail on Friday, you know, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. So you got 3 days jails just piling up, and you got people that are in there for like more violent offenses, whether it's DUIs, physical violence, you know, all, you know, the usual stuff. So once they factor in those percentages, they need to make room in the jail for their anticipated percentages and the normal crowd that's coming in. So it would be foolish to have me, you know, taking up space on a non-violent misdemeanor that we're looking at short time, like, you know, so, you know, I don't know. And then, you know, obviously a lot of people are gonna be like, what, 30 hours though? You didn't even spend like 2 days, not even the whole week, you didn't spend a week, you know, like, oh, Ice Cube break, had to do a week in the county. I didn't even do a week. And so, you know, I have to say that our style of politics, our style of community activism, while it may not be liked by all, it's well respected by all, and well, the majority. And so when I definitely, me personally, you know, I feel like there are some, you know, powers that be in play that weighed in on this matter in our favor, and you know, maybe somebody, to me, I don't know, somebody made a call. I don't know. I feel really great about that. And I want to say thank you, whoever you are, anonymous power that be person or persons. Could have been a group of folks that we need him out of there. But, you know, I did, before I went in, I did post yesterday that, you know, I'm looking forward to turning myself in because I intend to build and connect with our allies in the jails, our fellow street soldiers, our fellow activists. You know, we want to go up in there, and so when they come out, you know, we give them positive energy, we'll let them know what's going on the outside, and maybe some of the brothers fighting cases, going to, you know, coming from the penitentiary, and, you know, just a lot. So there's a lot of positive elements to, you know, not only to me turning myself in and doing my time, but also helping others with their time, you know, building community from, and then also, too, more importantly, with the approval of Measure H, which is LA County, this LA County jail, so LA County, the Board of Supervisors oversee this. So through Measure H, which is the newly released, approved, voter-approved tax initiative that was approved earlier this year in March 2017. And so, you know, we're talking about $3.5 billion over 10 years. And so then the whole thing is like, well, while I'm on the inside, we can start checking the conditions. You know, whether, you know, there's a lot of reentry funding components that are on this measure, connected to Measure H. You know, is CES in here? Is C3 in here? Is there, you know, E6 and some of the other, you know, components of what that are connected to Measure H, and everything from mental health, public social services, you know, just even the treatment, even like with Lee Baca
and Paul Tanaka, the number one and number two guys, and the sheriffs, with the sheriffs running this entire jailhouse facility, you know, how's the new regime doing? And I do want to say that there's a big difference, even though I wasn't all the way in the jails, even just going through processing, the sheriff deputies had a really cordial demeanor. It wasn't the tough guy tactics of the past, and that in and of itself changed the energy throughout the whole jail. It's like they were really trying to help people go to where they, you know, it's like, you know, some of the characters come through there and they have to, you know, lock that down and address that, handle that situation appropriately. I had no problem with that, because, you know, you and I would do the same thing. But overall, I mean, just night and day from, you know, like I said, I've been to jail before, specifically this one. And geez, you know, just the energy, it just was, the tension was high. Now we're just doing jail. And then also too, I was in a temporary dorm room when I was going for the medical review, and in Tower 2, in Twin Towers. And when they came, when they lined us up all on the benches, and before we went in, you know, the deputies came out and they gave us like this script, and basically there's no politics, and you know, everybody just going. So, and then there was no racial tensions as well, and so with no deputy tensions, no racial tensions, everybody's talking to each other, everybody's getting along, everybody's gelling. It just was a greater, much more healthier environment than years past, and so I do want to commend you know, the system, whoever changed the system, those same powers that be, whether it's anybody on the board of supervisors, whether it's the new regime, the new sheriff, the new staff, maybe, I have no idea. Maybe it's a combination of all the above, or maybe it's an activist in the streets turned up and complaining, saying we want, you know, civilian oversight. We don't know what it is. Maybe it's a combination of all those energies. But myself, I can speak to, I just came out after 30 hours. I definitely liked what I saw compared to the old jail, so the old jail system. So processing things, and then we go to the holding tanks and they switch us out. You know, we have to take off all our clothes and the butt naked, and we go shower, and we come out the shower, then we get our county blues, switch out, we change clothes. And then they chain gang us up, link us all up, and then we go upstairs to Tower 2. And you know, from there, you know, that's when the deputy comes out, give us his speech. There's no politics. You're just gonna hold in this dorm room, you know, temporarily, and we call you out, you know, to come see the doctor, medically cleared, and that's, you know, it's a standard procedure. Like, what condition are you before you get housed? And so they're strict. That's different. Normally they just process you, fingerprints, mugshot, house them. You know, next. You know, you're running next. Okay, you're next. And now they're being more medically conscious of the state of the inmates as soon as they get them, not once they have them or upon their release. Oh, you're out of here, really? So before you come in and before you release, they want to understand your state of mind, you know, your physical health. So I think that's safer for society, you know. So then, they called me out, medical doctor, great. He said, yeah, I'm gonna approve you at each, you know, of course, the blood pressure, you know, stand on the scale, thermometer, put the thing on the finger, I don't know, with the pulse, whatever. And then, you know, that's a nurse. And then, you know, the doctor says, yeah, I'm, you know, ask questions, blah, blah, blah. And he says, I'm gonna approve you for a release. That's when I officially knew I'm on my way out of here. So at that point, la, 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 I don't know when, but yeah, soon and very soon. I go back into that dorm room, and then like some of my other guys went out, and they, I said, oh, I'm gonna catch up to them, whatever. That's when they called me back to see the doctor again. It was a duplicate. Oh man, they slowing my time down. Anyway, then he called me out to see the mental health doctor, cleared through that. It's a black sister, all right, that she was very, very professional. Respect her a lot. Respect the other doctor as well, there's no bias there. Anyway, went back into the dorm room and just waited. And they had TV, they had sports on the sports on the TVs. What game were we watching earlier? It was Ohio State got thumped. What was it, Iowa? Woo! And then the second game, Forget who else believe it. The USC game, man, we wasted. As a matter of fact, the USC game is on right now. But anyway, man, it's Saturday night. I'm just excited. I'm sorry, running my mouth. I don't know if a lot of y'all even care about all of this, but you know, it's great to document this experience. It's very rare. But also too, I told folks I'll give an update. You know, I really appreciate all the love, all the support. And then plus too, a lot of people know the circumstances connected to the cases. And that in and of itself is where a lot of people are really interested. And so, you know, it's very important. I definitely want to give a personal shout out to Michael Blaze, the Blazeologist, you know what I mean? You know, Skid Row Films and all that. I mean, we've been working together on a lot of stuff over the years. And he's documented a lot of my escapades. You know, Skid Row Photography Club, I'm an original member, and he made it possible for me.
Yay!
Blaze!
Blaze out.
So it was Blaze's ideal to, you know, film this. And so even when I turn myself in, I'm like, man, I got time to be filming this. I'm trying to get my mindset. I might have to get up in here and rumble in the jungle and, you know, do some quick little push-ups, get a little swole right quick. Look like I'm bigger than, you get some blow up on me, make it look like I'm bigger and tougher than, come on, man. I gotta do jail. Michael Blaze, so let's film this. What? So anyway, thank you, Blaze. It makes sense now. You know what I'm saying? The genius behind the lens. And so, yeah, so then of course, quite naturally, I gotta film me when I'm coming out. So I'm glad that Blaze was able to come, you know, hang out. I don't know how he, you know, knew that I was gonna get out, but he was right here ready. And so, you know, we're here. You know, that's pretty much it. I'm tired. Even though I was only 30 hours, I still got a shower. I want a real meal. You know, I had a couple of, you know, like the peanut butter injection. I don't do the peanut butter. I don't know, something with the questionable peanut butter. I do the jelly sandwich. Yeah. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for participating. And we are, matter of fact, let me check my property and make sure they got everything. Passport, ID on my phone. I got to let folks know I'm out. I'm gonna be hitting y'all up soon. I'm out. 30 hours. You know, y'all see we got the, what they call it, the bell, my Jan House bell. Get close up. Let's see, it says Los Angeles County, so they know it's real. And get the other side, no, it's me. And the yellow, the orange thing is my medical. I need to medically cleared before anything happened. So that's it. But you see, we went in there and we came out repping Skid Row. Yeah, that's how we do. I'm so happy to be free. 30 hours on 120 days.